Hello everybody, today I'm going to be teaching you how to use xAuth with Bucket. So first of all, let's go ahead and get the most recent version of Bucket, dl.bucket.org. Now here, you're most likely going to want to download the recommend build, but it really, it doesn't matter as much as you think it does. Let's download this anyways. And then next you're gonna want to go to bucket.org, which I'll have all these links in the description. And since I'm teaching you how to run an offline server, you're gonna want to search xAuth, which yeah, it's supposed to be outdated, but it's actually being continued by Luke Gross at his dev page, which is this. This will be in the description. You click download. Download. Here we go. Now, let's see. You make a new folder, which you probably want to hold your server in, so you don't want to cluster it over your desktop. Server. Extract. Put this on your desktop, and put this in their server folder. Now let's exit out of that. Exit out of this. Here we go. Here is the code that will be in the description. Right now it's just a notepad file with this text in it, nothing different. You see this right here? The name that's going to be there. You erase it. And since you're going to save it in this folder, right click, rename it. Let's give it the 1 first, and then right click, rename it. Copy the name and place it here. Do not add the .jar, do not remove the .jar. It stays here. And click File, Save As, Desktop, save in the server folder. This is important. You can make it a launch or start or anything like that, and then do .bat after that. So now you have to launch your very first server, and it's just xAuth. Go, and so let's launch the server, because you need to get all the config set up. Wait for it to load everything. And there you go, your server's up. But you're probably going to want to edit some stuff, and you still need to install xAuth. So here we go. So since it's an offline mode server, as I'm teaching you, you want to look for online mode right here. And it cannot be online mode because it will deny people who have an offline client. So you change it to false. Here you can change the max players. Here you can change the Monty. And here's the server port if you want to open your IP, or if you want to open your ports. I'll show you that in a minute. Here's the server IP. You honestly, if you have open ports, you don't really need to change this, but if you have Xincgc, right here, log me in Xincgc, which I'll put a link to. Let's minimize this. Here is your IP right up here. Copy the IPv4 and place it right here. Or you can just type it, it doesn't matter. And so everything else here you can edit. It's just don't edit a lot of stuff. So here we go, save, exit, minimize. Here is the server now. It is set up for offline mode, but you don't have xAuth, which only allows one account. So here we go. Let's open xAuth. Here's the plugin. Now we're going to drop in the plugins folder. We're going to drop everything in here. And this is your server setup. This is xAuth, and you can install all the plugins, like the folders and everything like that, by putting them in here. So let's launch your server. And you can see here it says server is running offline until Xincgc mode. And if xAuth works, it will say loading xAuth 0.2. Whatever. And it will say loaded at the end. Or it should, at least. I hope it does. Enabling xAuth 2.0.20. See? And it downloads. Now you don't have to manually install it yourself. It downloads HT library. And then you reload the server one more time to enable it. Alright, here we go. We're in game now. So you're going to click multiplayer. You're going to want to probably add server so it's there forever. Minecraft server, you can rename it to whatever you like. My server, anything like that. And the IP 192.168. This is, wait, no, yeah. If you want to use Hamachi, as I said before, you can do this. I'll make a video part of the video where you skip ahead to non-Hamachi part. Alright, so you added the server. My server, a Minecraft server shows up here. Join the server. Now with xAuth, they'll show you here. Logging in. You need to register before you can do anything. See, I'm stuck here. You must be logged in to do that. Register. Server. So this is your password right here as a username. Could be honestly anything. At least 6 characters on. Register server 1. Login server 1. So people have to log into your server on when they're using. So let's say someone has a hacked client and they try to change their name to something different than this. It will make them change their name back because you can only want to assign one name to an IP. So this is pretty good protection for the server, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Now if you keep going, you can see the non-Hamachi version. Alright, here we go guys, this is the non-Hamachi tutorial. So first of all, we're going to quickly go start, type in cmd. A lot of people already know this. Type in ipconfig, no spaces. Wait for everything to load. Now you're gonna want to go to your default gateway, so just right click mark, select it, and hit enter. That copies it. Go to your browser. I do recommend Chrome. But in your browser, right click paste, or you can use Control V of course. In here you're gonna type it could be admin blank, anything like that. But if it's something else than that, if it isn't blank administrator, then if you have a Linksys router, what you usually do is if you hold the reset button for 60 seconds, it will usually reset the password just default admin. So that's just a little tip I have. I don't know about other routers, but that's just Linksys. So in here you got all this stuff. Let's open it up and look at it. So you first want to go to applications and gaming. Oh, and here's another tip. If this page loads up all glitched, if you reset your router, it'll fix it. Application, let's just type mine MC8. Honestly, this does not matter at all what the name is. Now here we go. Since it's hard to see some ports, out of port range, it's like you go into your server. You can click server file. And here, right here, server port. That's your server port. I do right click copy because it's good to show you. Start, put that there, put that there. You're gonna, protocol is right here. It has TCP, UDP, and both. You can do both. And right here, you go back to ipconfig, this little CMD right here, and IPv4 address. This one right here. This one. You're gonna want to type 103. Like there. It's not always 103, you're gonna have to check which one is yours. But enable, save changes. It will say settings are successful if you have Linksys. Go to security. Block anonymous internet requests. Uncheck that. Now with other routers, it's a pretty similar system. You're gonna have to, if it's different, if it's way too different to understand any of that, then you're gonna have to find another tutorial. Alright, here we go. In server, instead of having your Xincgc IP here, I'm gonna go back to cmd ipconfig, and right here, mark this one, copy it, and you're going to place it right here. Save, launch, and if your ports are open and working, it will run out here and it will work. Alright, so there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I'll be making more of these. Sorry I've been offline and inactive.